Yes, so Nicole. Um, hot. It's hot. And she was hot. She was. Our friend is there. Where is our other friend? Oh, he's doing. Poi termina. It's destroying something there. Let's give him then some. Ce face acolo? Ridică-te de acolo. Time. Okay. Yeah, that was wonderful. There's an airplane, and he's looking for it. Worried that it might be a bird of prey. Anyway, so it was nice, but now it's over, as in that song. So at one point, the Nicole story and the Daniel story merge, and it's here, I guess. That's our other friend. In that, at one point at the airport, as we were waiting for our group, maybe the people I mentioned to you with the deer clearing side business we did together, the first out of a few with Daniel. So waiting at the airport for our group of visitors, of clients, there comes another spectacular woman, Nicky. As a bizarre coincidence, one after the other, these were the two most beautiful. I'm thinking more beautiful than the beauty queen, Miss Romania, that I would meet later. And both were called Nicole. True, one was Nicole. Friends and others called her Nicole, and the other one was Nicky. So Nicky was again spectacular, maybe just as gorgeous as Nicole, but a different style, a different look. And also, there's a difference in education. She was a student in economics, whereas Nicole would say, not for me, thank you. I mentioned she had another career path. She would become a German citizen. This guy would take care of her, and she would be a princess there, as in the man will be the one responsible for her well-being. Probably she went to do something. I don't know. Nikki was very sexy, very attractive, very sensual. Her presence would say, in a way, like Marilyn Monroe. She didn't look like Marilyn Monroe. She was not blonde, first of all, but sensuous, with sex appeal, an infinite sex appeal. And a manner in her movement, in her speaking, soft, alluring, phenomenal. A bit feminine, a bit of a problem there, because she would be calling all us males with a mermaid song, or the creatures, were there mermaids that sing to Ulysses on the ship? They know that they're fatal and they have to tie him to the mast, or somewhere on the ship because they're so seductive, you die. Well, that was Nicky. She was, and part of it was because the analyst now is talking, so he should stop this because it's nonsense. Uh, it's just speculation. She was a virgin. To anticipate, I left her a virgin. Yes, we had sex, but you see what I mean. Basically speaking, she kept the membrane, and thus she was still a virgin in that sense. Well, maybe the only sense. If we get into it, there are more ways to look at this, but let's not get into that. And being a virgin at the age of, she was in the first year, maybe second year at the ASE in economics. Very young, but still 19 or 20, an age when desires have been already there for some time, for some years. And it seems, again now with the distance, with not knowing then what was all this, and never mind now. So it's just a version of events, perhaps as far from the truth as it can possibly be. But having these desires and having to repress them, why? Well, the father was a little dictator. Indeed, a manager with some rank in the post office and telephones, and they were connected. There was the Ministry of the Post Office and Telephones, so it was something there. And had this attitude of old-fashioned man. You can't have any intimacy with a boy or a man. You hear me? You come back at home at 10, you don't mess around, you don't, this kind of thing. So that and her opinion, conviction, belief that she should stay a virgin, and she had an explosive effect. I mean, she felt like, oh, I want so bad to be having intimate moments, but it's impossible. So evidently I can't. I mean, I'm not a woman. I don't have the youth, the allureness, and anything. So it's ludicrous. But my guess is that it was something like that. I mean, it was a situation where internal emotions, conflicts, the desire to obey the rules, but also the desire to do something, to embrace, to have sex, to learn what is there. I mean, learn. She knew very well. They were looking at movies. I've seen a lot of movies. I think I've seen all of me there. Anyway, I remember talking about it. They loved it so much, and we mentioned this is where I probably heard about this comedy. Ce m-ai speriat, băi, frate? Hai mă, pipică. He was at my leg, and I didn't know what it was for a second. I thought, there's another animal from outside. What can it be? The cat? How did it get here? A dog? I mean, a second, you know where. Because it should be here, not at my foot, and I didn't notice him climbing down. Anyway, this is Puccini. So she was a sex bomb, like in the Tom Jones sex bomb, sex bomb. But it should have been for Daniel. I mean, I was with Nicole after all. Someone wild, someone sleeping beauty. She was not sleeping, but very little, or not at all. I can tell you that. I mean, so much energy in Nicole in that. I wonder what she's up to now. She must be what? Must be 50 now or so. Anyway, so is Nicole, for that matter. So is Nicky. So about the same age. And so I was already with somebody from the very top, from the other world, from Mount Olympus, a demigod, if not a goddess of beauty and seduction. And Diana, hunting, she could be deadly, and she was very easily upset. I can tell you that she was at the forefront of the feminist movement. I mean, you do what, as a man, what I tell you. It's not the other way around. Okay, so we talked. I mean, she was trying to be a guide also, and she was there to see how that works. And we talked with her, and we arranged a dinner, a date. We said, well, how about you have dinner with Danny, me, and I'll also bring Nicole over. And we had this night out as part of our program with the Arab group, maybe again. We had a stop on the lunch, I guess, at Bonassa Forest, Padura Bonassa. What was the name of the restaurant? It doesn't matter. Special for those days. And I'm thinking even now, in the forest, good service, very nice setting, on the edge of town, right there at the limit. And we went. But it didn't work out as planned, let's say, even if the plans, speaking of plans, the subconscious had all the way through other ideas about what should happen, what it it wants to happen. So tomorrow about that.